Pontiac Sunbird 1981–89. For 1982, the rear-wheel drive Sunbird was replaced by a new front-wheel drive compact called the J2000. Appearing as a sedan, coupe, wagon or hatchback, the J2000 was powered by a carbureted, overhead valve cast-iron 1.8-liter four-cylinder engine. Power was 88 horsepower, 66 kilowatts. During the year, this engine was joined by a new 1.8-liter four, a single overhead cam unit with an aluminum head imported from GM of Brazil. This engine used throttle body electronic fuel injection, in contrast to the carburetor that was used in the previous engine, making 84 horsepower, 63 kilowatts. It was initially only available in conjunction with the automatic transmission. The J2000 shared GM's internationally used J-body platform with the Chevrolet Cavalier, Oldsmobile Firenze, Buick Skyhawk, and Cadillac Cimarron in North America. For 1983, the J prefix was dropped. This was in an effort to market the J2000 as a smaller version of the Pontiac 6000, which had a similar appearance. A 5-speed manual was newly optional. The standard engine was replaced by the fuel-injected Brazilian engine, while a stroked 2-liter fuel-injected version of the overhead valve 1.8 became the optional engine, producing 88 horsepower, 66 kilowatts. A convertible called the 2000 Sunbird was also new for 1983. 1984 brought a new front fascia for a smoother, less angular look. The lineup was renamed 2000 Sunbird, a title used only on the convertible the previous year. A new turbocharged four-cylinder was available. Based on the standard 1.8 liters inline-four that powered other 2000 Sunbirds, it used multi-port fuel injection, for a total output of 150 horsepower, 110 kilowatts. This engine was popular, and more powerful than many V6 engines in competing brands. For 1986, the optional 2-liter four was discontinued. A GT model arrived at the top of the lineup. It featured fender flares, hidden headlamps, and the turbo engine standard. It was available in sedan, coupe, hatchback, or convertible. The GT sedan is very rare, with fewer than 5,000 sold. The GT convertible is the rarest variant, with fewer than 1,300 sold. A redesigned gauge cluster and new engines were introduced for the 1987 model year. The gauge cluster featured different graphics, and a 120 miles per hour, 190 kilometers per hour, speedometer on turbo-equipped models, where 1984 to 1986 turbo models had an 85 miles per hour, 137 kilometers per hour, speedometer. The new engines were punched-out versions of the 1.8 liters, displacing 2.0 liters. The base engine still used throttle body injection, for a new total of 96 horsepower, 72 kilowatts, and the turbo still used port injection, for a new total of 165 horsepower, 123 kilowatts. Also, the convertible could only be ordered in GT trim. The rear fascia was redesigned in 1988, and the 4-speed manual was discontinued. 1989 was the last year for the convertible GT, with the turbo engine option dropped after 1990.